Khamzat's brother did this interview, and he's claiming Khamzat was 105 kgs, which is 231.4 pounds at the start of fight camp. And it's just like, this is the biggest cap I ever heard in my life, bro. The biggest fucking cap I ever heard in my life. This dude, Khamzat, getting up to 231. Look at the frame in the weigh-in right here. This is a 231 cut down to 185. No way, bro. Never, never, ever, ever would this be the case. All right. Now I have an explanation for it. And I guess, we'll get to it in a second. But let me just tell you the full context of what Khamzat's brother said, because it's even worse than what I started it off as. They're saying, oh, Khamzat cut from 231 down to 185, which is cap in the first place. Straight cap. Straight fucking cap. But you know what I do believe that his brother said? His brother also seemingly admitted that he missed weight for UFC 328. So let me read you this quote, and then I'll read you the whole thing. But this is a cliff note of what his brother said. When we accepted the fight, we started to cut from 105 kgs. When there was 1.2 kg left, the body refused. You saw the result when Khamzat stepped on the scales. Now, this is a translation from Russian, so I kind of wrote it in English context, so it's easier to understand. But here's what his brother really said. And it's like this whole thing, like, oh, we were supposed to fight Yuri, a deal was in place, and we started preparing for 205. Then the UFC asked us to fight Strickland at 85, and we accepted. Bro, did you put pen to the fucking paper or not? Did you put pen to paper or not? You signed that contract, you make the fucking weight. It doesn't fucking matter about the previous offer and shit like that. You weren't 231.4 pounds outside of camp. That's straight cap. Straight cap, bro. Straight cap. And I'm going to tell you guys why it's cap, so you just got to wait for it. But it's like, that's straight fucking cap. And then on top of that, his brother saying, 2 weeks before the fight, he was weighing 213.8 pounds. What is that? 18 pounds that he lost in like a couple months? It's just like, bro's not even taking it serious. 2 weeks before the fight, he's still 30 pounds over. And he didn't cut from 231 for the fucking record. So the fact that he's but see, that's the thing too. I believe him when he says he was 213.8 2 weeks out. I believe that part. I definitely believe that part. I think he's exaggerating the first number though, to make it more explainable that he was only 213 2 weeks out. But I believe he was 213 2 weeks out. And I believe he was even less I believe he was less than 231 when the camp started. So it's like he didn't actually lose 17 pounds in the 2 months that camp lasted for. He probably lost like 12, bro, like a fucking sissy. This dude just doesn't know how to cut weight. He doesn't like cutting weight. I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know what it is. But I don't know. Let's say like max, he was like 220. He lost 7.8 pounds. Max, he's 225. That's pretty big, bro. 225 at 6'2". Bro, I'm like 200, 6 foot. 206 foot, and I'm like maxed out for my size. You could call me fucking ego's crazy. I'm just telling you guys the fucking truth. Why do you think I know about this shit? You know what I mean? All I do is study like fucking health and nutrition, how to lose weight, how to gain weight, proper ways to diet. You feel me? It's all I fucking do in my spare time. It's like my hobby. So I would say I'm 6 foot. I'm maxed the fuck out on muscle pretty much. I would be absolutely shredded at 85. Even at 190, I'm pretty shredded. But it's like, this dude only 2 inches taller than me. He gets up to 231. I don't fucking buy it. He came down to 185 for the fight, didn't he? He was 1.5 kgs over, though. 1.5 kgs over, but he's still, 1.5 kg over 185. So he's about, what, 190, 188? He don't look shredded at all. He barely looks like he got any muscle. His six-pack isn't showing. He got a lot of fat left on him. Looks like he just sucked out all the water, all the glycogen, didn't cut any fat. But a lot of people don't know how nutrition works in the first place. So you're just really gonna have to take my word for this, But that's all the truth, bro. I mean, it's crazy that you guys think that he would actually cut from 231.4, right, to 188, 187 or something like that and look the way he did. It's just insane, bro. I could cut from 200 pounds to 190 and look way better than Khamzat. Way better. So it really makes no sense. But let's read all of it, right? Let's read what Khamzat's brother said. As far as I know, there were no injuries, and there was a problem with the weight track. The question arose whether to cancel the fight or take a risk. When there was 1.2 kg left, the body refused. You saw the result on your face when Khamzat stood on the scales. We were interrupted for an hour because our health didn't allow it, but then we did everything. Khamzat also said that he didn't know how he would fight in such a state, and in the second round it became clear that the body had not recovered. I understand that people have questions about why they decided to lose so much weight in such a short period. There was an agreement with the UFC that he would fight with Yuri Prohaska in the category up to 93 kgs, 205 pounds. There was already a ready contract, but then they contacted him directly and asked him to take the fight with Strickland. And Khamzat is such a person that he does not refuse anyone in such cases and accepted the fight, deciding to drive from 105 kg to 84. You see how he words this shit for his brother? He's the fucking reigning champion. Shut the fuck up. The reigning fucking champion. Shut the fuck up, bro. He just takes the fight with anyone. You're the reigning champion, bro. Defend your damn belt. You didn't defend it once and you want to move up to 205. Bullshit. I'm not saying that's full bullshit about the Yuri Prohaska fight being in order, but it's like, bro, the fact that the UFC went back on their word and said, we want you to defend instead, it's like, who cares? You guys make so many excuses. And I wanted to say something else about this, right? Talking about in the second round, it became clear that the body had not recovered. Like, I know that Khamzat had a bad weight cut, but let's not act like fucking Sean didn't flash knock him out in the second round. And then immediately after, Khamzat went in for that terrible takedown attempt because he got rocked. And then he ended up on his back. I mean, I can cue the footage. We could do this all day. We could do this all day, you Khamzat apologists. You Khamzat excuse makers taken away from Sean Strickland's win. It's becoming a pet peeve of mine. It's becoming a pet peeve when people want to take away from another man's win and make all the excuses in the fucking world. So talking about, you know, in the second round, the weight cut is what got to Khamzat. Okay, let's see this then. Let's see this then. Right, caption says, Kid went cold for a nanosecond. Don't understand how the commentary team didn't say anything about this because it then led to the sloppy takedown attempt. Let's see it, right? Talking about the weight cut is what messed with Khamzat.
Nice jab by Khamzat. A good right hand by Sean. Nice jab by Khamzat. A good right hand by Sean.
Homie got a straight chin checked, and that's the other thing I want you guys to remember. Remember this right hand landing in the second round and everybody saying, oh, Sean Strickland, all he did was jab. You can't jab and win a fight, blah, 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 blah. Sean was putting heavy shots, heavy right hands on Khamzat. I don't know what people are talking about. Yeah, he primarily used a jab as the fight went on. But, like, how are we going to act like Sean didn't land big right hands on Khamzat? Boom,
nice
again.
Jab by Khamzat. A good right hand by Sean.
I'll let you see it one more time.
Nice jab by...
So there you have it. And even ACD, you know, MMA page, he said, I'm so glad everybody else caught this because I thought I was going crazy watching this live when the commentators didn't react. Let's do another one. You know, Khamzat's face after the fight. And Sean Strickland's face after the fight ain't looking like that. Now, Champ Rounds just got taken down today. So I don't think we can see Sean's face really. Oh, here's Sean's face. You know, it's a bit more of a close-up, but Sean's face is oh, this person's saying looks better than Sean's, trying to like edit it and shit. This person put a filter on it. This is actually Sean's face. You know, he don't got nearly as many fucking, he just got a big nose, right? But I mean, Khamzat looks more beat up than Sean in my opinion. His whole face is scratched up. You guys could tell me who you think though. It's fine. It's probably subjective. But I would say that Sean's face, one more time. I'm not going to tell you guys what to think, right? I'll tell you what I think, and then you can make up your own minds too. But this is Sean's face, right? And then, of course, they got a filter on Khamzat because he's really beat up. So they posted it gray. But, I mean, look at Khamzat, bro. He got a lot of cuts on his forehead and shit. You can't really tell. Anyway, so I just wanted to point out those things, you know. Sean rocking Khamzat with a big right hand in the second round. It's not the weight cut, bro. It's Sean putting paws on homie. And it fucking with Khamzat. Probably because his chin was a bit compromised because of the weight cut. But, I mean, he didn't get up to that big-ass weight like his brother claims. And let's continue reading this. Arthur Chimaev, this is who it's coming from. After weighing, Khamzat gained literally 5 to 6 kgs. At one point, did he weigh 105 kg, when the fight with Strickland was announced. The training process has begun. He lost 3 to 5 kg in general. 2 weeks before the fight, he weighed 97 kg. It's like, I don't know, bro. Khamzat just thinks that like he could just start working out again and he doesn't actually have to diet. That's what it gives to me. He lost 3 to 5 kg in general. That's it? Bro, what the fuck? Weight should be dropping off you like crazy. You should be dieting and putting in the work. His physique always looks the same. I always thought that. I'm always looking at his physique in the training garage with Sam Calvita, and I'm always like, it just looks the same. He just looks like I don't know when he's going to start cutting and shit. It doesn't look like he's getting any skinnier. He just looks the same all the time. Never really brought it up, but I just always noticed it, to be honest, in the back of my head. Yeah, but 2 weeks before the fight, he weighed 97 kg, right? That's what Arthur says. 97 kg is 213.8. Dude was 30 pounds over, 28 pounds over, 2 weeks out. He could have still made it. He could have still made it with that. But I don't know what the deal is with Khamzat. Let's rewatch the weigh-in too, because this is important. I want you to take a look at the soft-ass physique. I want you to take a look at this soft-ass physique. There's no way this dude is eating 185 grams of protein a day. We could just put it like that. His physique is soft as fucking all hell. And it's like he got so much fat on him. He got fat on the love handles, in the front, in the stomach. He used to have a six-pack to some degree. He got no six-pack, bro. It's extra fat. Why isn't he losing it? He's carrying all this extra fat, and then he's draining his brain, his muscles, right? That's how this dude is cutting weight. And he's also cutting muscle in general. He's like losing actual muscle, but then he's also, draining his muscles of the glycogen, right? When you drain your muscle, again, you guys need to just listen, because half of you don't know shit about nutrition, and that's okay. 90% of the world doesn't know shit about nutrition. So just listen to me. I'm here for you. Just because you drain your muscles of the glycogen doesn't mean you're actually losing muscle, right? This dude's body was literally eating its own muscle, fucking draining the existing water in its muscles. He has got way too much fat on him. Way too much fat on him for any other explanation, to be honest with you. He got barely any muscle density either. I don't know what people are talking about. Look how skinny his arms are. Super skinny arms with a lot of fat on him still. He even has the tits. Let's watch the weigh-in. He's got fat on his tits and shit like that. And yes, he looks drained. He looks skinny, but I'm trying to tell you guys that he did the weight cut all wrong. He looks drained and skinny with too much fat on him. He looks soft as hell. Where's any of the muscle? He got fat on his chest, but it's still a bird chest. It's because, bro, he cuts weight all wrong, and I think that's what the problem is. He cuts weight wrong. It's not that he gets too big. He doesn't get up to 231. The dude cuts weight wrong. The dude straight cuts weight wrong. That's what it is. It's like, bro, this is him. He had way more to lose, bro. He had way more to lose. So anyway, here's what I really had to say. I said some of the biggest cap I've ever heard. Khamzat is a wiry 6'2" and light in the ass. He'd look like the Hulk if he was really cutting all that weight. Or he just gets fat as fuck and puts on no muscle? Question mark. Sean cuts more weight than Khamzat, guaranteed, and look bigger in the cage. Tell me I'm wrong. I already got fighters DMing me telling me I'm spot on. Fighters have already DM'd me, told me you're spot on. Tell me I'm wrong. Sean cuts more weight than Khamzat. He was bigger in the cage. And I'll read it again. Khamzat's a wiry 6'2" and he's light in the ass, bro. He's light in the ass. You should know what that means. He'd look like the Hulk if he was really cutting all that weight. He would, bro. He looked like the fucking Hulk, getting up to 231, cutting to 185. Are you kidding me? You know how shredded this dude would be? Or he just gets fat as fuck and puts on no muscle. It's like there's no alternative. If that's the other side to it, you're just fucking disgusting. You get fat as fuck, just as all hell. You're just getting sloppy and fat as fuck. I don't even believe it. But that's the other side to it. So just understand that, guys. Understand that. And that's coming from me, bro. I'm 6 foot. This dude's 2 inches taller than me. I have a pretty good gauge of like this type of shit. And then if you want to go to big bone, let's do the big bone thing real quick just to debunk it, right? If big boned is true, we looked it up the other day. It says it's true, but you know what it also says? It's like a max of 10 pounds, bro, in your frame, in your physique. So this dude, even if he is big boned, it's like, okay, so he carries an extra 10 pounds than the average frame, than the average 6'2" frame. So what? So the fuck what? What does that even mean? You used to make 170. Now you can't make 85. Like, let's just stop making excuses for this dude. You went up 15 pounds, you still can't make weight. So, you know, more bullshit happening. We're talking about the weight. So Khalil thinks he's a genius, right? And Khalil Roundtree, right, wants to go ahead and make this excuse for Khamzat, like, oh no. The weigh-in scale on the morning weigh-in show that everybody sees, that they film, right, that everybody reacts to, that everybody posts, the official weigh-in the morning, right? On the janky ass little scale, not the digital scale. Khalil Roundtree wants to go ahead and paint this narrative that, oh, that's just all for show. You know, that's just all theatrics for the audience, for the fans. That's not real. That has no merit. That holds no weight in anything. Because before you walk out, the fighters get weighed on the digital scale, and that's the true end all be all. That's the one that's you know, God's word, so to speak. Not the one that they step out and they film in front of the world to see. Not that one. That's not God's word. You know, the one behind the scenes, the digital, is the real, the official weigh-in. Fucking cap. Disgusting. Take those fucking glasses off. You're indoors talking like that shit. I need to see your eyes. I need to see it, bro, because it's insane. It's absolutely insane that you're going to say shit like that as a fighter. I'm not even a fucking fighter. You guys disgust me with this shit, though. Glazing up Khamzat like crazy fucking pisses me off. And why it pisses me off is because, bro, you're taking away from Sean's win. Taking away from Sean's win. And it's like, I mean, I know Khalil's not taking away from Sean's win here because he's just saying that Khamzat made weight. But it's like, you're lying, bro. You're lying, and you're misinforming the fans. And Bobby Green, he tries to clap back, and he does, but he doesn't fully say it the way like it needs to be said, which is this, bro. And then we'll play the clip. This is how it needs to be said. You know, they pull out all the things for people to make weight on that official scale, right? That's the official one. That's why they pull out the closet thing, and they make people go in their underwear to make weight on that scale. It doesn't matter if you make it in the back. You got to make it on that scale. Khalil's just straight capping. You know, if it was fake, if that shit wasn't real, then they wouldn't be having people get naked, pulling out the curtain, trying to weigh in on that scale to make it official on that one. That's the official scale. I don't know what the fuck's going on with these guys. But it's like the misleading information is crazy. Just lying through your teeth to the public on this fucking channel is crazy. It's crazy. And shout out to Bobby Green for keeping it real with Khalil and the rest of the fans watching. No, to sum it up again, the backstage weigh-in on the digital scale does not mean shit. How many times have people made it on that one, then they come out, they think they made weight, and it doesn't even happen on that one, and they still miss weight? It's happened several times where a guy claims, oh, I weighed in the back, I made weight on the digital, I came in on this one, and I didn't make weight. There's a discrepancy, but they don't say, oh, that's okay that you didn't make weight on the morning weigh-in show in front of the world to see what the camera's on. It's okay that you didn't make it there because you made it backstage. So we're just gonna, you know, chalk it up as you made weight. When did that happen for somebody? Never. Khalil Roundtree fucking capping. And it's disgusting. And then on top of that, these guys are gonna go on to make excuses for the win. You know, or for the loss on Khamzat and paint this picture that Sean should have lost. Give Sean his credit. Give Sean his credit. Taking so much credit away from Sean. Taking so much away from Sean. I'm going to play this, but I'm going to go shut my door because I'd be fucking yelling and shit. Hold on.
You're going to make weight on the scale before you even step on it. Because after you get escorted there, you step on a digital scale. And then literally you put your pants back on just to step right back onto a weighted scale. So like all this conspiracy stuff and all that, no matter what, he had to weigh 185, or like they knew that he was 185 before he stepped on the, on this, on the balance scale. If they didn't, then there would have been more.
Yeah.
There would have been more.
They run out of time.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I know, like, for instance,
So you don't know how much time he had left?
They know that Jim Miller was going to be, or they knew that Stevens was going to be 160 before he stepped on the scale at 160. Am I correct or am I not?
Yeah. No, 100%.
Right? So it's like, so he had to cut all this weight. Yeah, it was.
I don't know. I don't think you're correct. Exactly. Possibly. I don't know.
No, correct me though.
No, what I'm saying is I don't think they know. Like I think they run out of time, and they're gonna see now what he's at. Because if they already knew, then they just keep you in the back instead of making you go on the scale and make you actually weigh what you actually weigh. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking a
But I think it's
possibility
more
of that.
like a ceremonial.
I'm thinking like
If it was a mirror ceremony, they would already know our weight, and they would just say, "Hey, he already made weight. It's this and that's this." No, they putting you on there. They put the damn cape over whatever curtain.
Yeah.
You know, so they can find the exact weight you are.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, let's say my last weigh-in, when I when I get to the apex, before I go in front
We do the check scale. Yeah,
I
got
do the
you.
check scale.
But that's a digital. Now we're doing the actual weight one. That's where he starts playing with the scale shit and playing with it. And according to what I saw, bro, I'm gonna keep the shit real. Like, that motherfucker was still bouncing around, and he called the weight. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep the shit real. I'm called like I see it. If it is what it is, I'm not. I felt confident won the fight, but hey, that scale was still bouncing, bro. I saw the videos. I've been watching that shit to see what everybody's been talking about, and that shit's still bouncing.
Let me ask you.
So it's like the scale's still bouncing, right? So the scale is still bouncing, and then Khamzat's brother comes out saying, you know, he stopped losing weight when he was 1.5 kg over. And then you got Khalil literally lying to people, being like, oh, you know, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter if the scale was bouncing still when Khamzat stepped on it because he made weight in the back, which no one ever saw. There's no physical proof of it. You know, we're just going to make that claim. Well, I don't know. You're telling a different story because his brother says he was 1.5 kg over in the back. You know, I don't know. Who the fuck is telling you the truth here? It's just a bunch of messy fucking lies, bro. Messy fucking cope and lies. Exaggerating about the weight, saying you don't have to the official weigh-in scale that's filmed isn't the official. It's the one that takes place backstage. That's official. You know, all these fucking cope and lies. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. When Sean Strickland is the one who cuts more weight, right? And he didn't complain about shit, bro. He didn't complain about shit, and he made weight. With no discrepancies at all. So, you know, thanks Bobby for keeping it real. You know, thanks for keeping it real. Tony says, damn it, Bobby said he thinks Khamzat won. I know, that's retarded. That's retarded. And we're about to cook them one more time. We got to. I actually like Jackson, but it's like I see what they're doing. You know, Khamzat's their guy, and also, you know, Luke Rockhold, he doesn't like Sean. He'll never give Sean any credit. It's like, why even get this guy's take? But we're just gonna do it. Strickland definitely won, but my thing is consistency. I thought you had to grip that title away, especially undefeated. Well, I know, Franklin. I've been hearing that one too, and just to get that out the way now, because they said that too on the Santos Studios podcast. It's like that's what you guys got to do, huh? Not sorry, Franklin. I don't mean to get on you heavy like this, but just allow me to real quick and say that, like, so that's what you got to do to get Khamzat his win. You know, it's all this other shit aside from like he actually beat Sean. It's like, no, Sean really has to beat Khamzat because he's undefeated, because he already has the belt. Sean really has to beat him. He can't just kind of beat him, right? He can't just beat him by a little bit. He got to really beat him. It's like, bro, the goalpost getting moved is fucking crazy. It's just insane. Like, he beat the fucking guy. Beat the fucking guy. Fight took place in America. Suck it. You know, finally on home soil, on home turf. You feel me? Yeah, bro, there's a little bias on home soil too. We take that advantage. But it's just crazy to me, you know? Like, all these excuses for why Khamzat won, and none of it really has anything to do with Khamzat being the better fighter that night. You know, oh, you can't win a fight off of jabbing. You can't win a fight off of jabbing. I'm sorry, if you're getting outstruck 2-1, round after round after round, what do you want me to call it? Fucking A. You can't win off a jabbing. He wasn't. He fucking had a bruised up hand after the fight. Sean Strickland had a bruised up hand after the fight because he's putting paws on dude, right hands on dude. I just showed you footage in the second round. Strickland rocked Khamzat, which caused Khamzat to then shoot in for the takedown and then pull guard. I've shown you all the proof. And then on top of that, like I just said, right? Like I just said, it's like Sean Strickland is the one who came in. He revealed after the fight, I had a shoulder injury that I suffered the week of. I couldn't even sleep on it and shit. I couldn't even warm up and shit like that. No one wants to talk about that. No one. Sean beat Khamzat with an injury too. You know, so it's like, okay, yeah, Khamzat was weight drained. Sean had an injury in the fight, and he still performed like that. He still jabbed him. He still rocked him with the right hand. He put several right hands on him. Okay, they went 25 minutes. He couldn't continue putting big old right hands on Khamzat. But look early. He spammed his right hands early. He got him out the way. He was putting paws on Khamzat. He said it in the post-fight press conference, and you could rewatch the fight and see it. You know, and it's just all these excuses for fucking Khamzat. All of them. Khamzat straight missed weight to some degree. His brother's admitting to it. Sean Strickland was actually injured. Sean Strickland cuts more weight. Khamzat crying about his weight cut. Khalil lying to the public. Hater Luke Rockhold refusing to give Strickland credit. Fucking TJ just hopping on the bandwagon. These guys' souls are sold or something. Let's play it. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just insane. All this shit takes away from Strickland completely. We should actually send this shit to Sean. You know, everybody should take a moment, hit the share button on this, and just drop it in Sean Strickland's DMs, because I have done a, you know, historical run of defending this dude right now. I've gone on a historical run of defending Sean Strickland right now. Everyone wants to say all this shit. I called it before the fight even. You know, Strickland's got the better boxing than Khamzat. If Khamzat can't get the takedown, there ain't no way he's winning the fight. He doesn't have the fucking striking to beat Strickland. He doesn't. And it showed on the night, and people are still going in on it. Still making excuses. I just want to do one more thing before we even play the clip. Before we even roll the shit. I need to do one more thing. I need to see the CompuBox numbers for Strickland versus Khamzat. Full fight, 160 strikes to 137. In favor of Strickland. Round 1, 17-12. That goes to Khamzat. Everybody gave Khamzat the first round. Round 2, 29-18. That goes to Strickland. Round 3, 43-29. That goes to Strickland. Round 4, 38-45. Okay, that goes to Khamzat. And that, but you see how guaranteed. Oh, see, but it's like 45-38, right? So Khamzat outstrikes Strickland by 7, and it's a guarantee for Khamzat. Everybody unanimously gives Khamzat the 4th round, right? But we're gonna be like, oh, you know, we can't give Strickland the 3rd round for going, you know, 43-29, landing at a higher output too. Not a higher output, but a higher percentage, right? 43% striking accuracy for Strickland versus Khamzat's 33. So Khamzat missed more. So Khamzat threw more and landed less. Strickland threw less and landed more. 43% striking success. Khamzat, 33% striking success. But no one wants to just give these rounds to Strickland. 29-19, outstruck him by 10. Outstruck him by 10 in the 5th too. People say, oh, Khamzat won the 5th round. 6 takedowns in the 5th round? Like, what the hell are people talking about? Did that really happen? I don't even remember that shit. 6 takedowns in the 5th sounds like straight cap. The hell? That's got to be a lie, bro. 6 takedowns in the 5th, that's got to be a lie. Anyway, let's watch the clip now. Because, you know, they're saying you can't jab your way to victory. So I just want to show you guys the striking differential in these rounds. 29-18, you know, 43-29, 38-28. And I think that's cap with the takedown thing. 6 of 7 in the 5th. Okay, so let's play this, you know, them reacting to the fight.
Plus 400 going into the fight for Sean Strickland. Khamzat Chimaev.
Maybe that's why he won, because the plus 400 or 500 odds, you know.
Interesting.
Split
Who do you feel won?
I think Khamzat won. Khamzat won the 4th and the 5th round. He won the championship. He controlled the pace of how that fight finished. And that's what champions do. That's who deserves the championship.
So real quick, you know, he controlled the pace of how the fight finished. That's how you win a championship. Look at the smug ass fucking stupid look on Luke's face. Smug ass stupid look on Luke's face. Fucking stop puckering your lips, homie. You didn't say shit smart. You didn't say shit smart. You just a Sean Strickland hater. No, that's not how you win a fight, bro. You win a fight by hitting and not getting fucking hit. Not by controlling the pace. This stupid ass narrative that's even how you win a fight is crazy.
See why it went the other way. I did have Chimaev winning 1, 4, and 5. Just because of going forward and landing a little bit of the bigger shots. You take
Going forward and landing a little bit of the bigger shots. Him and Luke got the same idea. He won the rounds because he walked forward. That's crazy. It's actually crazy, bro. But these are the reasons why Khamzat won the fight. You know, he said a little bit of the bigger shots, so mostly because he walked forward. Mostly because he walked forward.
Takedown didn't do any damage, but he got it. It was just so close. I don't see how you win a fight throwing a jab backing up the whole time. You know, he's
minimizing, you know, what Sean did, not acknowledging the right hands he landed. You know, it's just disgusting. Just disgusting.
Backing up, throwing a jab.
You cannot win. A jab is meant to change the course of the direction of what direction the fight's going. You can't. Every jab he had was moving backwards. You got to do damage and step him back.
I would
again with the smug ass fucking look on his face. Again with it. You can't believe a word this dude says. This dude is such a phony. Luke Rockhold. You can't win a fight with a jab. Yeah, you can if your opponent ain't doing shit to you. Yeah, you can.
say that this was very hard to watch because I wasn't watching the Khamzat that I know.
Exactly.
And so it was hard for me to count every round and, you know, and really analyze the fight because I was.
These guys think they're Khamzat's like best fucking buddies or something. Khamzat got to look at this and be like, oh my God, these guys are goofies. They barely even know me. Khamzat got to be watching this. Like, these dudes are fucking goofy. They barely even fucking know me.
So shocked at, like, what's wrong with Khamzat? You get what I mean?
You say
the
that,
first
but
round. Hold
Sean-
on, let me
Sean's
finish.
good, man.
Let me finish. The first round was great. Second round, things like took a big turn, and then round 3. In my opinion, after that round was done, I remember checking off my mind. Okay, I give that round to Khamzat. I'm biased. 4, I was like, okay, cool.
3 to Khamzat's just crazy. 3 to Khamzat's crazy.
We're up 3 going into 5, and then 5 I blurred. So all to say, I think that he did enough to win the fight.
What rounds you said?
I think 1,
1, 3, and 4. This dude thinks Khamzat won.
3, and 4.
Cat.
I don't remember really watching number 5. That's where people said, like, you know, they gave him round number 5.
Sean clearly won round 5.
All that to say, just like Rob, I think if a rematch happens, he comes. It looks completely different.
So it's like the fight starts, right, and then Khamzat does good against Strickland. Second round happens. Strickland rocks him. Khamzat takes a bad takedown attempt, pulls guard, and then Khamzat goes, you know, what's wrong with Khamzat? This isn't the Khamzat I know. It's crazy. It's just like the most biggest excuse ever. How about, like, you know, Strickland's just better than Khamzat on the feet, and you knew that going into the damn fight. Let's keep hearing.
He won round 1. He lost. The only round that was clear for Sean was round 2. Round 3 was close. And it could have went either way. Round 4 was Khamzat all the way. He really pushed the pace. He hit him with some bigger shots. He was hitting the bigger shots too. Sean's landing clean jabs, but they're usually off breaks, and it was just like pepper jabs. And then it was setting up. There were setups and they're defensive. And then in the 5th round, he pushed him to the back on his back foot the whole time too. I mean, there's a way that Khamzat could have won. You know, he could have won 1, 3, 4, and 5. You know, and the only clear round for Sean was round 2.
Who do you think was more damaged?
These guys are fucking clowns, dude. These guys are clowns. Who do you think was more damaged? Khamzat.
I think Khamzat landed the bigger
I
shots.
think he broke his nose, you know?
Hamzat landed the bigger
And
shots.
usually refs will go based off of damage, which, like, why didn't anybody go based off of damage here? You know what I mean?
It doesn't make sense. It
Like,
doesn't
you
make.
get to
The
watch
only
the
thing
whole
that
fight.
makes sense is like, okay, he was a plus 500 underdog.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't get
hey,
to watch the
there's
fight.
a little bit of sketchy things sometimes in who they want to win. Maybe they just wanted Sean to win because, you know, he's Sean because he's Sean. Like there's,
I try to take
it
out,
could have
like,
been
any
swayed.
conspiracy.
This
I
thing
caught
could
the
have
last
been, doesn't
2
make
or
much
3
reason.
rounds, so I don't only get to make, like, I just got to see the last 2 or 3, and I got to go from there and see whether I got from it. I thought Khamzat won. You
So
know?
Bobby-
from what I saw from there,
Bobby, please, bro. You didn't even watch the fight. You didn't even watch the fight. Don't even speak on it. I watched the second, third, or what do you say? I watched the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And from what I saw in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I think Khamzat won, bro. What the fuck are you on? In what world do you get to ignore the first 2 rounds, completely miss them, and give a real take? At least we know why Bobby kind of low key tripping, because homie usually keeps it real. He would have kept it real if he saw the whole fight. He didn't even see round 2 where Khamzat got his ass fucking rocked and pulled guard. This is an insane cope session. Then the glasses and shit is just so gay. It's just like so gay. It's unreal.
But I didn't get to see everything else. They said it was one round piece. I just got out and showered and had interviews, and by the time I came in about 2 or 3.
Bro, it's so simple. It was 2-2 going into the 5th, and that's being liberal with it. That's being fucking charitable towards Khamzat, saying it was 2-2. It was arguably 3-1 for Sean. Arguably. But it was 2-2 going into the 5th. Sean won the 5th round. That's as easy of a breakdown as it gets, bro.
Like Khamzat finished the
third
fight.
or 4th round I came in.
I will say this:
finished winning looking.
Khamzat did not look good.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna say really fast. I'm sorry, bro. I don't want to cut you off. But what I'm saying is, like, I thought you had to beat the champ.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too. That's why I already had that take locked in when Franklin said it. But it's like, I thought you had to beat the champ. More cope, more excuses, more stuff that it's like, this is your reasons as to why Khamzat won. Because you have to beat the champ. You can't just kind of beat him. You can't just best him a little bit. You really got to put a stamp on it. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, honestly. He fucking beat Khamzat clearly. Clear as day 3-2. Clear as day 3-2. And that's just it, bro. That's just it. No more excuses. No more. Yeah, but they were jabs. Yeah, but Khamzat was walking forward like an idiot. Yeah, but you got to really beat him. You can't just kind of beat. You got to really beat him. You know, all this stuff. Khamzat wasn't himself. He was weight drained. Bro, Strickland cuts more weight than the dude. He's just fucking soft. So sick of it. So fucking sick of it, bro. Just so sick of it. Just unbelievably sick of it. And that's it, bro. That's it, I think.
And that's what I didn't see at
On a
the
split
end of it.
decision?
You had to beat him. Where I felt Khamzat, I'm gonna give him, this is one of his better fights that I've seen of him where, yes, he had the wrestling, but he went in there, he had the bigger moments with the striking also where he's swinging pow and catching some stuff, you know? And so I'll give him that.
Khamzat did not look like himself. Like the guy that I seen here sparring.
I'm done listening to these fucking guys. I'm over it. I heard enough.